Our All God's People crew has come to Reno, Nevada for the 10th Annual Adventist WestPoint, the premier training event for pastors, chaplains, evangelists, departmental leaders and administrators, students, local church lay leaders, and all church members. The purpose of Adventist WestPoint is to encourage, educate, equip, and empower. And the theme this year is focused on reaching my community for the kingdom. We caught up with several of the participants to discover why this event is significant to them.
Unity. I look at the rainbow and I see unity of colors, and it just demonstrates that somebody's in the variety business that is absolutely marvelous to behold.
When you come to a place like WestPoint, you are exposed to a lot of different ideas. There's a lot of ideas that are born here and they develop as we put them into action. So it's a great starting place, at least for me. It's been so far very thought-provoking and very helpful.
I see Jesus through the relationships. You know, when he walked the earth, he built relationships with people. And that's how he really won people's heart, is showing people that he cared. And so I think in these meetings, I've seen Jesus definitely through the relationships.
With the presenters, in terms of things that they're telling us, things that we can apply to our life, that we can take back. And it's just a way of saying, if we do these various things as being suggested and allow to take the tips, that people will see Jesus in our actions. It's more than just words, but it's in our actions and showing love that Christ has for us, and we show that same love to others.
I was in my room this morning during the meeting time, and I watched a man try to take his life by jumping off the bridge. And I was thinking that we're a whole community of people who are wanting to go back into our own communities and care for others like Jesus did. It just reminded me that we're a hurting world, needing Jesus' hands and feet. We want to be his hands and feet in our communities.
I was really challenged to be better for God, challenged to grow church, challenged to engage community, challenged to be community, just challenged in a good way.
You know, hearing pastors share about their vision and their giftings and what God's calling them to do, it's inspiring to me to hear what they're doing, and for me to go back to my team and share how we can empower them for ministry, how we can support them in their ministry. So every year, WestPoint is incredibly inspiring for me.
Adventist WestPoint creates a community of people around just a 4-day period of women and men, pastors, lay people, leaders in the church who are deeply committed to the unique mission challenge here in the West, in the Pacific Union. And we're here in Reno, Nevada, which to me is kind of a crossroads of that, representing really what the change that's even happening in our culture here as we look at the rise of the nuns, as the opportunity to try to minister to churches that are in decline. And so we bring people together for not only receiving information, but to create networks and opportunity for them to go home and to try to apply and make a difference where they are with the things that they've learned here at Adventist WestPoint.
It's so exciting to be here. Everyone is so engaged in all the things that are happening. And all this excitement will become a source of energy and renewal for our churches and our members as participants take home what they've learned. New ways to grow as believers and innovations for their outreach and evangelism. The 11th Annual Adventist WestPoint will be in Newport Beach, California, April 12 through 15, 2020. More details are in our program bulletin. A conference like this is so inspiring. We have so much to be thankful for. Please pray for our pastors, leaders, and all God's people across the Pacific Union as we focus on becoming better witnesses for Christ and His kingdom. For all God's people, I'm Connie Jeffrey.